Alright guys, I'm back and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a Miller and a full Rudi. So I'm going to be showing you two ways you can do it, is the dub full in full out and the full in dub full out. But for right now I'll show you some basic progressions that you should learn before you attempt these, and so I'll just try to show you a couple of them right now. Alright, so basically one of the first things you should learn is a full. I went over that in a previous tutorial, so if you want to go watch that first, which you won't be able to do a Miller without, you should go watch that first, which will be down in the description. Alright, so the first trick I'm going to be showing you to progress from a Miller is called a Rudi out. You're going to be doing 2 flips forwards and doing a 1.5 twist. The 1.5 twist will be done on the second flip. So I'm going to go demonstrate what a Rudi out is. Personally, I like doing them piked because there's something called shape change, which is going from tuck to straight is way bigger than going from pike to straight. So it's, I don't know how to explain it, it's easier for me. And I suggest you to try it this way also for when you're learning a Miller. Alright, so that is what a Rudi out is. Alright, for those of you that are confused why I just showed you what a Rudi out is because when you're doing a Miller, sorry I'm really out of breath. When you do a Miller, if you think about it technically, it is a full cruise duck under Rudi out. You may be confused by those words also. So you do a full in, or like a full into the double flip. So on the first flip you will do a full twist, then a cruise, which I went over in the full tutorial. So it technically looks like a 1.5 twist, but you do it in between both flips. So it's full cruise Rudi out. So technically if you think about it, it's just 1.5 in, Rudi out, back Rudi, Rudi. I don't personally think about it that way anymore, but that's how I learned it. Once I've done enough, I learned how to do it just like by doing it. I don't think of all these progressions first, I just kind of do it. So right now, next thing you want to learn for a Miller is to do full fulls landed. If you have those really easy, you want to be letting out, spotting the ground, the the whole time. If you don't see the ground, or the trampoline, then you should probably practice full fulls a little bit more until you're comfortable with them. Alright, another thing is if Rudi outs are difficult for you, I suggest doing it a ball out. So a ball out is a front flip off of your back. Now I've noticed just messing around with ball out twisting that it feels so crazily familiar, like similar, to Rudi outs or like full halves. So I'm gonna show you another way that, like, if you don't feel comfortable with doing that Rudi out yet and laying out the twist, like, you can try it from a ball out. You won't be doing 2 flips, you'll only be doing 1, but it feels like the motion of a Rudi out or a full half, which is another way you could learn full halves, which I didn't go over in my full tutorial. But so I'm gonna show you what it's like to do a Rudi out from a ball out. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go front flip, or however you like to set up and do it, jump to your back, right there. But once, because on a Rudi out, you do a front flip, and then when you spot the trampoline coming over, like at 1.5 flips, you spot the trampoline right here, you kick out, and then you twist, okay? And a key thing that people struggle with landing Millers, by far, this is probably the most important part of this tutorial, is heel drive. It's a thing I learned in gymnastics. I didn't know how to implement it until when I started doing G-Tramp because I was horrible at gymnastics. But it's called heel drive. It's when you're in the air and you start to lay something out, whatever it is, you have to push your heels, like trying to like rotate more in the air. If you stop and just twist, you just won't keep flipping. You'll just stop. That's what most people do for stomachs, is you don't use heel drive. I've taught this to a couple of kids, but a good way to train heel drive is doing front layouts where you spot the tramp for a while and you just go like this. Like that, okay? You want to drive your heels over your head. Front handsprings will also work with this too. That's how they're done, is heel drive. So heel drive is the key to Millers, full Rudis, anything with 2 flips and multiple twists, okay? All right, so this is what a ball out Rudi out, it's not Rudi out, it's a Rudi, but it feels like a Rudi out. I don't know why, it's just me, but if Rudi outs are hard for you, you might want to try this technique. So I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna spot the trampoline right here, and then I'm gonna twist right there. That was only a half turn, So when I spotted the trampoline, when I got to here, I did my half twist and watched the trampoline the whole time. So what you're gonna do, is you're gonna do it now. You're gonna go up, spot the tram, twist, okay? That was really tucked. I did it low, trying to talk through it, so excuse that trash Rudi, okay? But it feels oddly familiar and similar to what a Rudi out feels like from off your feet. So go off your back, come up, do half a flip, spot the trampoline, or almost 3/4 of flips, look at the trampoline. When you're upside down, pretty much doing a dive, you're gonna start twisting, okay? But when you let out and kick out straight, make sure you're pushing those heels, trying to really get them over, because then you'll keep rotating and it makes millers 2,000 times easier to land. So also, another way you could learn front full halves or half fulls is just messing the up and the down twist on a ball out. So when you do a ball out half up, full down, it feels like a half full off your feet. Even though you're doing one flip, it's so similar to like the feeling of spotting and doing the flip. So this feels like a half full to me. I came up, I spotted that, and then I did the cruise, duck under, half out. Ball out full half, or technically ball out Rudi again, but I twisted later. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference between the full half and the half full, but it's the way I spot them. Instead of thinking it as 2 flips, it's the up and the down are 2 flips. Even though it's 1 and a ball out, up is the first flip, down is the second flip. Trust me, I don't know if it's just me, but it may be a technique you guys want to explore. So the next step in these progressions, in my mind, I never even do dub full outs at all for millers. I warm up with full Rudis. So full Rudi is essentially the same thought. It's full in, Rudi out, just like a miller is full and a half in, Rudi out. Full Rudis is how I first learned millers. You have to be able to do full ins first, and then that ball out technique for the full half is another easy way to do a full half. So once you've done full half, I think you should start trying to do the full half, spot or full in, and spot the tramp like a Rudi out and do the full Rudi. So this is what a full Rudi looks like. Sorry guys, that was a really bad full Rudi. In my opinion, those are bad for me. I like doing full Rudis way better than Rudi outs because I pretty much stay the same shape the whole time. As you saw in that Rudi, I was tucked kind of in the twist. Usually when I'm going higher and I'm not tired at all, I can actually just lay it out and twist straight. So full Rudi is essentially a front miller. It's not exactly because it's not 3 twists, it's 2.5, but you spot it the same exact way you'd spot a miller. So as I said earlier with those Rudi outs with the ball out technique, you can also do the same thing. You think of it as full up, Rudi down. So that's what a full Rudi and a ball out feels like. Again, it's not 2 flips, it's 1 flip, up and down is the 2 flips. I think it's exactly the way you'd spot a full Rudi also. So if you want to try that option, you're welcome to. So as of right now, so far I've covered Rudi outs and full Rudis, and pretty much how you could learn them, and the ball out technique that I like to use for warming up. If you are struggling with those, remember from the last tutorial, just drill them a bunch. If you still haven't watched my last one and are struggling with a full, you should go watch that one before you try to learn a miller. Also, at any point in this video, if you are having problems or want to ask me a question, just shoot me a DM. I'll most likely see it. I highly doubt I won't. If you want to DM me about a tutorial from the full or the miller, I will gladly respond to it. You can send me a couple of videos. I can give you tips. So I'm fully open to helping you guys outside of this video if you want more in-depth stuff. Alright, so because I did artistic gymnastics, there is something called blind landings, which is all front landings and every backflip with half a twist in it. Anything where you face the opposite direction you started is called a blind landing. Those, for most people, are the most difficult landings, because they are, and Another way you could learn a miller, which is also another progression I also attempted. I found it really easy for me because I was used to doing blind landings after being in gymnastics for a while. So you can also do a miller light, which is full in, full and a half out. Like a killer light is full in, 2.5 out. Light is just half a twist less. So if you'd like to try full in, full and a half out, that is another way, but I suggest 100% doing it to your feet if you want to land these. You don't want to be doing it to your stomach or your back. It'll just make it way easier in the long run. And if you want to do stomach, I'm not going to go over it in this tutorial for full in, dub, full out, but I will at the end of the video be showing you a couple of progressions you might want to try for dub, full, and full out. I'll show you guys what a full in and a full half out it looks like, or a miller light is another word for it. So I'll show you one of those, and also another tip along with the heel drive, this is my second useful tip, is when people do technical stuff, they think that they have to whip it around, like just drop their chest, throw their head back, but that's not the case at all. You want to wait. I know it sounds weird if you want to do whipping, flip, and rotation, but if you just wait and use your arms, let them go all the way up, get them past, so it like, you can't go past. Like this is probably my, like as far as I can go, and anything more puts my back. So if you swing both arms up and down to your shoulder, and look over your shoulder with you drive your shoulder and your chin in the direction you're twisting, you will go up, you will not go backwards, and you will stay way more controlled. It is what I use for my millers and changing the rotation depending on my height. So a lot of people ask me how I'm able to control millers so well. It's because of when I let out for the cruise. So when I do the cruise, if I see I'm lower, I'm gonna stay tucked from the full and a half way longer than I would if I was way higher, because if you're laid out, you flip slower, right? So if you wait a little bit longer and just wait out that cruise, don't even start the Rudi out part, wait it out a little bit longer, and then you start twisting, you can land them way easier. That's how I do it on like horizons or some really bad tramps. I do the cruise, wait way longer in it before I start letting out to do the whole twist. So if you have problems landing millers, do the heel drive and wait a little bit longer before you let out for the twist. I've seen a lot of kids try to do millers and they twist the second they're done with that full twist, and it goes so poorly. I don't want to call people out, but there's specifically one kid that I see a lot do this, and it almost looks like it's a trip full in. I'm not going to call him out because be kind of mean, but if he waits a little bit longer in his cruise and just waited and waited, then he would be fine. It would look like a miller and not a trip full in. I'm gonna go do a full in, full and a half out, or a miller light, and then I'll do a miller, okay? Normally, I don't do full in, full and a half out, or a miller light because it's a waste of my time, because I don't want to boast, but like millers are easy for me. Like I usually warm up with them. I find them really easy because I train them a lot of my time because I really enjoy them. So I never do full in, full and a half outs because it's a waste of my time. So if this is bad, then I'm sorry, but if you just want to go right ahead to the miller, make sure you've done all the progressions that I've explained in this video, and please don't just send it. You have to do everything carefully. Technical is the easiest stuff once you learn how to do it right. If you spot the trampoline and you take time and patience and control it, it's easier than spotting a triple back to stomach. I'm telling you guys, I would any day do a full to stomach over a dub back to stomach, just because there's never one time in a full fold that I don't leave my eyes off this trampoline bed. I will see the trampoline the whole time, so it's way easier to spot than a double back. So yeah, that was a full in, full and a half out. Sorry, because I fell over. I don't like doing them. But so here, I'm gonna go show you a miller now. So I've pretty much gone over how to do a miller, different ways if you're having problems landing it, another way to spot, I guess, warm up technique. I guess you could try just doing those full Rudis, because it feels essentially like a front miller. I mean, it's not actually a miller, but it feels like spotting is the same thing. If you like full Rudis better than millers, then suit yourself, but I personally like millers better. I think this is the part of the tutorial where I'm going to show you guys how to do it the other way, dub full and full out, which most people do nowadays because they don't feel like learning full and dub full out because it seems harder for them. But so I'm going to do a dub full and full out even though I haven't done one at all, but so I'm gonna go do a couple progressions for it, which if you guys watched my full tutorial, you'll see how I progressed is by doing the 1.5 to stomach, then going over my head, and doing all those things that I did in full. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna add a twist at the beginning. It's the same exact thing, so I'm gonna be doing a double full to my back, then I'm gonna do double full and a half to my stomach, then a double full in, half out to my back, and then I'm gonna do the full dub full in, full out, but I'm gonna land it because I don't feel like going to stomach right now because I just chugged a bunch of Gatorade. And yeah, so I'm gonna show 3 of those progressions, and then actually I'm not even gonna do the dub full and half out because why? But yeah, so if you want to do it that way, be my guest. I prefer full in, dub full outs for landing, and I can go to stomach in them, so it doesn't really matter to me. So I'm gonna go show you guys a couple of those progressions. So we're gonna start with the double full to our backs. You don't have to bounce high for this. My back, all right? You see how when I came out, I kind of already started trying to go over my shoulder on that back thing. So here's dub full and a half. So you're gonna go like that to your shoulder, and then you'd go to your stomach, and then you're gonna do the dub full and a half over your head, and then you're just gonna do the miller. So I'm just gonna do a miller really quickly, dub full and full out, because I don't feel like doing any of these progressions. And you can take that to stomach if you'd like, you can take it to feet, just do these progressions like I just explained a couple minutes before, and I'll be finishing this off soon after this miller. Sorry guys, that was really bad, but quick overview of that one. You do the dub full. I spotted the ground in the dub full. I did the half twist, the cruise. I went over my head. I spotted the ground, just like how I explained in the Rudi out. Once you extend, start to do that full and a half twist. Once you reach vertical, upside down, you're gonna spot the trampoline and do the half twist like a flippus. So there you go, is 2 ways you can do a miller. Hopefully this tutorial helped you guys. Have any questions, DM me, I got you. Send me a couple of clips, I'll help you with those. Really tired, gotta go to work in a couple of minutes. And thank you guys for watching so much. This didn't take that much effort to make, so thank you, I guess. Alright guys, I'm inside now. I just cranked out a shower, don't mean to flex. But yeah, so I'm gonna go over everything that I went over in the video just really quickly. I started off with telling you guys how to prep for the millers and the full Rudis. Remember Rudi outs, the ball out technique, you can try that. The up and the down is considered the 2 flips. All those are different ways. You can do the blind landing techniques. You can learn full Rudis like that too. You could land front full fulls if you like. It's all up to you. You just, as long as you're spotting the trampoline the whole time and you're just making sure you know where you are and not dying. You also do the dub full and full out way where I showed you those progressions quickly at the end where I didn't put any effort into it, but you can do it that way also. But so I just wanted to shout out this one brand called Sunwave sunglasses. It looks kind of weird. So essentially it's like these glasses, they like you can wear them on your wrist. So it's like there's like slap wristbands that you like had in like 2nd grade. Like you can wear it like that. So you put it on like this, but technically they'll be extended, and you'll like wear it on your wrist. I find them really efficient. You can carry them around way easier than in a bag, like when you're going traveling. Sorry I'm not in frame. I just want to show you guys up close. So yeah, this is a really cool brand. They sent me these for free, so you guys should really go check them out. They work really well. You can also keep them on your face when you flip like this, because they kind of like bend around your face like this. So I just wanted to do this quick promotion for them. So yeah, if you guys want to go check out this brand, I'll leave the link in the description for this, Sunwave sunglasses. And I just really wanted to thank these people, and all of you guys for watching my tutorial. So if you guys want to go leave a like, share this with friends, comment, text me, comment down below what other tutorials you'd like to see. So I'm just gonna go edit this before work, and then I'll hopefully catch you guys in another tutorial you guys suggested me to do. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.